Good morning. As autumn fades and winter approaches, everyone's asking, will this be a snowy season or another mild one? A winter forecast is more than small talk. It's a roadmap for farmers, businesses, and families. For ski resorts, a snowy winter means booming business. For cities, too much snow can mean chaos. Knowing what's ahead helps us all prepare, from city planners to kids hoping for snow days. Long-range forecasts are tricky, but they're our best guide to what winter might bring. Forecasting months ahead isn't easy. Weather is full of surprises. But thanks to science and expert analysis, we can get a pretty good idea. So, let's pull back the curtain and see what the experts predict for Europe's winter of 2025. 2026. Will it be a winter wonderland or a season of rain and gray skies? Let's find out what's in store and why it matters for all of us. Whether you're planning a ski trip or just want to know if you'll need that extra thick coat, this forecast is for you. From London to Lisbon, Stockholm to Sicily, everyone's watching the skies. Let's dive in and see what this winter could bring. Ready? Here's what you need to know. Let's get started. Predicting winter isn't magic, it's science, data, and powerful computers. Meteorologists act like detectives, piecing together clues from around the globe. They analyze ocean temperatures, Arctic sea ice, and high-altitude wind patterns. Supercomputers crunch data from satellites, weather stations, and buoys to simulate possible winter scenarios. These models improve every year, but human expertise is still crucial. Forecasters compare current patterns to past winters, a method called analog forecasting. If Pacific Ocean temperatures match a past year, we look at what happened then for clues. It's a blend of high-tech modeling and old-school know-how. Long-range forecasts are about probability, not certainty. When we say there's a high chance of a cold, snowy winter, it means the odds are stacked that way. But surprises happen. Even in a cold winter, there can be mild spells. The forecast tells us the most likely story, not every detail. As we dive into this winter's outlook, remember, it's about the big picture. Let's see what the data and experts are saying for Europe. Here's how the science shapes the story. To understand the forecast, meet the climate patterns that drive our winters. The El Niño Southern Oscillation, or ENSO, is a major player, warming or cooling in the Pacific that ripples worldwide. El Niño brings warmer Pacific waters, often leading to stormier, wetter winters in southern Europe and sometimes colder spells in the north. La Niña is the opposite. Cooler Pacific waters, often linked to colder, snowier winters in northern and western Europe. The North Atlantic Oscillation, or NAO, is closer to home. A positive NAO means mild, wet, windy weather for northern Europe. A negative NAO opens the door to Arctic air and snow. The NAO can flip quickly, making it a wild card for forecasters. These patterns set the stage for winter, but their influence can shift mid-season. The jet stream, a high-altitude river of air, is steered by these patterns, sometimes bringing storms, sometimes blocking them. When the jet stream dips south, cold air floods in. When it stays north, we get milder weather. Predicting these shifts is the heart of long-range forecasting. This winter, all eyes are on how ENSO and NAO will interact. Their dance will decide if Europe gets snow, rain, or a bit of both. Understanding these patterns is key to reading the winter ahead. Let's see what they're signaling for 2025-2026. This winter, the Pacific is shifting, El Niño is fading, and La Niña may arrive by January or February. La Niña winters in Europe often mean colder, snowier conditions, especially in the north and west. A developing La Niña favors a wavier jet stream and blocking highs, classic ingredients for cold snaps. These blocks can unleash Arctic air, leading to beast from the east events and heavy snow. Timing is everything. If La Niña arrives late, its impact may be limited to the second half of winter. Early winter could be milder and wetter, with a dramatic shift to cold and snow later on. Forecasters are watching for a tale of two winters, a mild start, then a wintry finish. Be ready for a season that changes its personality halfway through. The La Niña question is the biggest wildcard for Europe this year. Stay tuned as the pattern unfolds. Another key player is the polar vortex, a spinning mass of cold air over the North Pole. When strong, it keeps Arctic air locked up, When weak, it can spill frigid air into Europe. Disruptions often follow stratospheric warming events, sometimes triggered by shifts in the Pacific or Siberian snow cover. This winter, models hint at a possible weakening of the vortex around January. If it happens, expect a surge of cold and snow in Central and Northern Europe, especially in February. The polar vortex is unpredictable, but it can flip a mild winter into a deep freeze. Its behavior could make February the coldest, snowiest month. The vortex is a true wild card, one to watch as the season unfolds. A calm start could give way to a dramatic wintry finish. Keep an eye on the stratosphere for surprises. So, where's the snow likely to fall? Scandinavia, the Baltics, Poland, and eastern Germany are prime for cold and snow, especially later in winter. The Alps, Switzerland, Austria, and northern Italy look set for big snowstorms from January onward. Great news for skiers. The UK and Ireland may see a mild, wet start, but could get hit by cold and snow if La Niña and a weak vortex take hold. It's a boom or bust scenario for British snow lovers. Spain and Portugal will likely see more rain than snow, except in the highest mountains. Early storms will boost water supplies, but lowland snow is unlikely. The main snow action is further north and east this year. If you're planning a ski trip, late winter looks promising. For most, the real winter wonderland will be in Central and Northern Europe. Not everyone will see a harsh winter. Southern Italy, Greece, Turkey, and the southern Balkans are likely to be milder and wetter, thanks to Mediterranean storms. These regions are shielded from Arctic blasts by mountains and warm sea air. Expect rain and wind, but little lowland snow. Mountains will still get their share. France and the Benelux countries are in the battleground, with swings between mild, wet spells and sudden cold snaps. Paris and Brussels could see a roller coaster of gray drizzle, brief snow, and back again. The first half of winter looks milder, the second half could bring surprises. For Central Western Europe, changeable is the key word. Dress in layers and expect the unexpected. This winter variety is the only guarantee. Winter weather isn't just about forecasts, it shapes our daily lives. Heavy snow can disrupt travel, grounding flights and slowing trains across Europe. Roads become hazardous, so check forecasts and plan ahead. For winter sports, a snowy season means packed ski resorts and thriving local economies. Families and enthusiasts can look forward to skiing, snowboarding, and snowball fights, but cold snaps also strain energy systems. Demand for heating spikes and power grids are tested. Higher heating bills are likely, so it's smart to insulate your home and prepare early. Cold weather can impact health. Dress warmly, watch for icy sidewalks, and look out for neighbors. Winter is peak season for colds and flu, so wash hands and stay healthy. Snow brings both joy and challenges. Balancing fun with safety is key. For many, winter is a time for adventure and togetherness. For others, it's about staying warm and safe. However you experience it, winter leaves its mark on us all. Preparation makes all the difference. Let's make the most of what this season brings. So, what's the bottom line? This winter could start mild, then turn sharply colder and snowier. Now's the time to get ready. Check your winter wardrobe, make sure you have warm, waterproof gear, and prep your car with winter tires and an emergency kit. At home, check your heating, insulate, and keep salt or sand handy for icy steps. Know where your snow shovel is. Stay informed. Weather can change fast, so follow reliable forecasts. Whether you're planning a trip or just your daily commute, a little preparation goes a long way. The Alps and Scandinavia look set for snow. Central and Eastern Europe could see a wintry second half. Expect surprises and hope for just the right amount of winter magic. Stay warm, stay safe, and enjoy the season. That's your winter outlook. Now here's what's happening in your neck of the woods.